I'll tell you why I left Summerhill College, right? There's two reasons. One, pretty small, and one reason was the main reason. Ever since I was a kid, I've always wanted to cook. So when I started Summerhill College, I was looking forward to, learning to cook. But then halfway through the year, they said that you won't be able to cook until second year. Then I stayed to second year, and then halfway through second year, the same story. You have to wait till third year. So then third year happened. Same fucking story. Oh, maybe when you're a senior. A fucking senior. Then came the mock exams. Christmas religion test. Religion test. Will you go with? So I'm pretty sure I arrived into Summerhill this morning in November, could have been December, to Mr. David's class in the old building. I'm pretty sure on this day we were getting our results for the test. Either that or I sat the test and waited till the end of the class. But that's not what's important. What's important is what happened next. So Mr. David called me to the top of the class. He said, "I want a word with you, Gorman." I stood up, no problem, went up to the top of the class. He said that there's no way that I could basically have missed so much school and at the same time pass a religion test. A religion test? These were questions like, what day did Jesus die? What day did Jesus rise? I'm a Catholic. So I proceeded to tell Mr. David that I would take the test orally if he wished, because I had no problem proving that I knew all the questions, because I got 100% on the test. And he was shocked that a Catholic who hears all these stories around Christmas, every family get together, at funerals. My dad digs graves. His dad dug graves. I know a little bit about religion. So does everyone. No? So Mr. David decided to tell me that I would get detention because I cheated. I proceeded to tell him that it wasn't my fault that I had a fucking brain in my head, and he was just threatened that I could teach his class. So me, as a teenager, knew just as much as my teacher, maybe even more, about religion and religious studies. And I learned this all off, going to church, going to funerals, going to confirmations, communions, speaking with my family. But for this religion teacher, he couldn't accept it. He couldn't accept that me, a teenager, could probably do his job. That was one reason. Just a small reason why I left Summerhill College. The other reason was because I wanted to apply myself in cooking, in the culinary arts. And they kept hanging it in front of me and hanging it in front of me, hoping I'd keep jumping and jumping and jumping. So I said no. With those two situations combined, good luck to this sham. I am out of here. And I went and I spoke to my dad. And at first he was pissed off, he was angry. But he explained my situation. There was a few other situations up in Summerhill College. Like the time the goddamn vice principal hit me with a goddamn umbrella. Just because I was one of the guys that wouldn't complain. Had I been a little bitch, I would have fell down, Oh! But years on I think to myself, it wasn't okay. And I took that umbrella and I stuck it in the bin. But like I said, my dad wasn't too happy, but I explained my situation and he knew about a few other situations. And he agreed to let me go to Youthreach. And in Youthreach, they actually, guided me and pushed me in subjects that I was interested in following. And to be honest with you, it's a good place for young fellas to be. Some young fellas know what they want to do. They know what they want to apply themselves to. Sometimes you need to listen to them. Or they'll go. I remember hearing the stories about Youthreach. Was told, oh, you want to watch all these fucking stories. I went down there and had fucking gas crack. It was great, meeting all sorts of people. Big mixed group, different cultures all together. Sure, we got along all the time. Most of the time. I remember the first exam we had, I think was for the junior cert in Youthreach. And I got handed the assignment in home ec. A vegetarian lasagna, and I was like, oh, Jesus, what the fuck? Vegetarian, my worst enemy. But I put the ingredients together, made it the way I wanted to make it, and I made the shit out of that lasagna. Lasagna. Vegetarian lasagna. And sure wasn't the staff delighted to have some. All the boys, John Paul and Tom C., we all fucking love Youthreach, man. Shout out to the Youthreach boys and girls. Shout out to the tutors. Youthreach! Youthreach, man. Nothing but good memories, good times. People should definitely, work to put the ideas in Youthreach into schools. It's one of the places that kind of influenced me to basically be myself and apply myself to things that I like to apply myself to. And anyone in Youthreach right now, if you're hearing this, I was there too. And when I was in Youthreach, I had a problem opening up. I had a problem trusting people. I also had a problem applying myself. Because I thought, what's the point? People like us don't get to shine. Some of us don't want to shine. We're happy sitting in the dark. Doesn't make you not a diamond. That's exactly where diamonds sit.
There is nothing wrong with your